So today there was an interview on CNN with Dr. Ben Carson, and Ben Carson has not been known for giving favorable reviews regarding the LGBT community. And today's was no different. Let's listen.
The decisions are getting more and more uniform, but then you have people of faith who say marriage is ours. God says it is a man and a woman. The Bible says, my faith says. Which one wins with Dr. Carson?
Here's what I would do. I would do what the Constitution says. Constitution says civil issues of that nature should be determined at the state level. Why does it say that? Because the judicial system at the state level has to answer to the people.
What if people of a state vote for a law 100-0 that winds up infringing on the rights of a minority, like happened very often with slavery, like many would argue is happening now with people who are gay?
And our Constitution was followed, and we corrected those things.
And isn't that what's happening right now with same-sex marriage? It's being corrected as a form of violation of equal protection.
No, you can't just say because it happened that way this time, this is the same situation. It's not the same situation. Because people have no control over their race, for instance.
You think they have control over their sexuality?
Absolutely.
You think being gay is a choice?
Absolutely.
Why do you say that?
Because a lot of people who go into prison straight, and when they come out, they're gay. So, did something happen while they were in there? Ask yourself that question.
Never go to prison, and you know there's a whole theory of dominance.
Wait a minute, I said a lot of people who go in, come out. Are you denying that that's true?
I'm not denying that that's true, but I am denying that that's as a basis of understanding homosexuality.
If in fact that is the case, then it obviously thwarts what you just said.
A lot of people go into jail as a drug addict and they come out as a criminal. But does that mean that all drug addicts are criminals?
Here's what's important. Why do gay people want to get married? Because they want to have various rights.
No, they want
property rights,
that's right.
Visitation rights.
They want their commitment to count just like mine and my wife's.
Why can't any two human beings, I don't care what their sexual orientation is, why can't they have the legal right to do those things?
That's what they're fighting for.
Okay, that does not require changing the definition of marriage.
But it would require covering that union as you do others, which is called marriage in our society.
I don't think so.
Okay, so my first question would have to be, when did you choose? Mr. Carson, when did you choose that you were to be a heterosexual, not a gay person, not a bisexual person? When did you choose? Because obviously it went through your mind enough that you decided, okay, I don't want to be gay. I really haven't figured that out. If you're so determined to think that people can choose what they are, I personally wish I wasn't gay. I'm happy I am, but I wish I wasn't born that way. Yes, I was born that way. All through my early life, growing up, I knew what I liked. I liked boys. And I tried to hide it, probably for the first 18 to 20 years of my life. At 24, I finally came out to my parents. But it was a choice. You are right. I chose one thing. I chose to accept who I was. Not to sit there and say, I think I'm going to just play heterosexual. I'm going to get married to a girl. And my life is going to be miserable my whole life. Why would anybody choose to be gay, lesbian, transgender, bi? Why would they want to choose to be any of that just for people like you to hate us? And there are a lot of you that hate us. You say you don't hate us, but truly you do. Today, you compared us to prisoners. That's what you did. You chose to relate to us as prisoners. You've already put us in front of bestiality and pedophiles. So today, we chose to go with prisoners. And you said a lot of prisoners get out of prison and they are gay. Well, what is a lot? What are your numbers? I mean, what is a lot? I think there's a lot of blacks. I think there's a lot of white people. I think there's a lot of gay people. What is your classification of a lot? No matter what a lot is, either way, we shouldn't be being compared to prisoners, to pedophiles, to bestiality, or any of those things. You will say tomorrow that you did not compare us to prisoners. That is no different than me mentioning blacks and then talking about thievery, rape, and anything like that. It's no different. You have put us in the same ballpark as prisoners, bestiality, and pedophiles. Because that's where your mindset is at. We are people no different than you or anybody else out there, except we don't hate. We hate when people are judging us, and that's what you are doing, judging us. What I can tell you is that there is approximately 9 million LGBT people in this country that are out, that have accepted it to some point, that they have got that number, that they have transpired that number. There's a lot of people that are not out. There are a lot that will not come out because of people like you. Because the mentality of people like you make them not want to live their life as they would be happy. Maybe they are married to a woman and yeah, they probably love their children. They probably love their wife, but it's not what they wanted. You bring up the Constitution. You state civil issues of this nature should be decided by the state. But when it's brought up that blacks were not accepted, that blacks were voted not to have rights, you said that was different. You said that that was different because they were born that way. They couldn't help themselves. Well, you know what? I was born that way. You wouldn't understand unless you are born that way. And then I still again have to ask you, when did you make the choice? The fact is that most of the people like you bring up the Bible and say it is not within the realms of the Bible, that God did not create us to be this way. I am not going to get into the parts of the Bible that you people have cherry-picked away to decide this is what you want in life. This is what you feel is going on. But our Constitution is not as per the Bible. We are not a Christian country as you may want us to believe it is. There are many people with many religions out there, and there are many that don't even believe in religion. We all have rights in this country. That's all I have for today. Obviously, people have different opinions toward life and how our country should be ran. But as the 14th Amendment states, you do not have the right to choose the civil rights of individuals in this country. And marriage, if it's going to be in the books as a law, then as long as that is in the books, it is the rights of all people in this country. Well, that's all I have for today. I will see you later. Bye.